Liam, on reflection, now that we know that Karius was diagnosed as having concussion 2 weeks after the incident itself by doctors in a hospital that is very familiar to John Henry and the Fenway Group, would you forgive Karius for those? Is it capable? Like, my question is, I suppose, should Klopp persevere with a goalkeeper that he clearly trusts to a certain degree, given that he didn't change him, as John said, when everyone in the world was calling out for him to be changed?
No, he has to. Both of them are pretty average. I don't believe in this concussion business.
You don't believe in concussion?
No, I don't believe in that Karius had concussion on the night. I didn't see him react in any way where I thought he was, suffering in any way, shape or form. I agree totally with John about Klopp's weakness in going to get a good goalkeeper. I remember playing in the 80s and Nottingham Forest got into the First Division, and they started off in the First Division and they lost their first 3 games, and Brian Clough went out and bought Peter Shilton, and from that day on Nottingham Forest were a different team, and they went on to win the league and win 2 European Cups, and Shilton was at the forefront of those victories or those trophies. So a goalkeeper is huge in any team.
Psychologically,
Yeah, well, it puts the defence at ease. I think the game against Roma in Rome in the semi-final, if Karius was put under pressure, I thought he gave 2 goals away in that semi-final. But having said all that, and it is a genuine criticism that Klopp would have to take, I do think he's in credit for the job he's done at Anfield. I think he's working with a budget that doesn't compare to some of the other clubs in the Premiership or some of the other clubs in Europe. And I think the 3 lads up front are great players. They lost Coutinho as well along the way last winter. So I think you have to give Klopp an enormous amount of credit. And, if you would think, is Klopp going to go down or going to go up in the managerial world, you would have to say he's on the way up.